Some people become famous by making noise, and some quietly create history. This is the story of a man who did not limit speed to a car, but carried it in every breath of his life. This is the story of Greg Biffle, a boy born in an ordinary American town with no famous name, no wealth, and no strong support system. But he had one thing, and that was the refusal to ever give up. Greg Biffle was born on December 23, 1969 in Vancouver, Washington. And from childhood, he was not interested in toys like other kids, but preferred machines. He loved speed, he felt connected to cars, and the sound of engines gave him peace. His family had no connection to the racing world, so everything he achieved came purely from his own hard work in his youth. Greg began racing on short tracks where there were no shiny cars, no big sponsors, and no television cameras. He built his own car, became his own mechanic, and was his own driver as well. He spent countless nights in a garage with only one dream, that one day he would make a name for himself. In NASCAR time past, races came and went, and slowly Greg began to be noticed. Eventually, he got an opportunity in the NASCAR Truck Series, a moment that changed his life in the year 2000. Greg Biffle delivered such an outstanding performance in the Truck Series that the entire season belonged to him. He became a champion, and this was not just a trophy but proof that an ordinary boy could reach an extraordinary place. After the Truck Series, he stepped into the Xfinity Series, where competition was even tougher and drivers even more skilled. But Greg did not give up there either, and in 2002, he won the Xfinity Series championship, becoming one of the few drivers to win championships in two different NASCAR series. From there, his journey moved toward the biggest stage of NASCAR, the Cup Series, which is never easy, where there is no room for mistakes, and only the best survive. Greg Biffle spent a long journey with Roush Fenway. Racing faced the biggest names and earned his place. His driving style was not loud. It was calm, calculated, and controlled until the final laps, and that strategy earned him 19 impressive Cup Series victories. He never became a Cup Series champion, but he was always respected. Like one, as time went on, the racing world changed, teams changed, new drivers arrived. And after 2016, Greg Biffle stepped away from full-time racing. But his story did not end there. After racing, he entered business, developed an interest in aviation, and began taking part in charitable work. During natural disasters, he personally flew planes to deliver aid, proving that Greg Biffle was not just a racing driver, but a responsible human being today. When his name is mentioned, it is not spoken with noise, but with respect. He was a quiet legend who proved that success does not require shouting, but persistence. And Greg Biffle's story teaches us that when dreams are true and intentions are strong, speed finds its own path. And that is why his name is still remembered in America today. Retired NASCAR driver Greg Biffle, his wife Christina, and children Ryder and Emma were among the 7 people who died in a plane crash in Statesville. On Thursday, authorities confirmed. The Cessna C-550 had departed Statesville Regional Airport, but soon crashed while trying to return and land. The North Carolina State Highway Patrol said the cause of the crash was not immediately known. Others on the plane were identified as Dennis Dutton, his son Jack, and Craig Wadsworth. Each of them meant everything to us, and their absence leaves an immeasurable void in our lives, the joint family statement said. Now, Greg and Christina's last words before the crash have been revealed. Christina Grossu Biffle texted her mother, Kathy Grossu, just before the accident, saying, "We are in trouble," people reported exclusively. Christina's mother further told the publication, "She texted me from the plane and she said, 'We're in trouble.' And that was it," Kathy says, crying. "So we're devastated. We're brokenhearted.